Hey everybody, we're back! Finally. It's been a hot minute.
It's been 10 weeks since you've looked at us.
Yeah, not quite that long, but half that long at least. It's been at least a month and a half since we recorded last. I lost my computer and then waited forever and have had a new computer for several weeks now in the time that we have not recorded anything. If there's anything we're consistent about, it's our inconsistency. And I didn't even post anything on the Facebook page the entire time because
we don't owe you any explanation.
Yeah. So this is episode 157. What's this podcast called again? Who cares?
I don't know. What are we called again?
I don't know. It's episode 157 of something, and we are doing another movie review.
Oh, I thought you were going to say our names.
No.
We still don't know who we are.
Forget that. Who cares?
Names don't matter.
No.
Names are social constructs.
We are talking, we're going to be doing our little live bloggy bingo cardy thing of Electric Christmas, which is the 7th animated film.
It's Christmas.
Yeah. It was not so timely when this episode was supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out before my birthday.
Yeah,
but now...
Because your birthday is like Christmas to you.
Yeah. And now it is slightly more relevant, temporally speaking. So that's a plus.
I mean, we're pretty close to a holiday at the moment.
Yeah, well, Halloween is in,
4 days.
4 days. And as we all know, the day after Halloween is the first day of Christmas. So...
I'm gonna have to go grocery shopping probably a little after Halloween, and just November 1st. I don't want to see Christmas decorations.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about resisting the temptation of all the discount candy.
Oh no, I have candy in my room right now, so I'm good.
So
I always have.
Sharpie's
candy
gonna try out if you leave the cap off.
My Sharpie does what it wants.
Okay. We're going to be talking about Electric Christmas. It is the 7th animated film. You guys know the drill. We have our bingo cards again. I ran out of time. Victoria's super busy, so unfortunately we are using the same bingo cards once again. I have not re-scrambled them since, although I don't know if we're using the same ones that each other used last time.
If anyone follows me on Facebook who watches this, I doubt anyone does, but you'll know I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of art stuff.
For school, yeah.
Yeah, for school.
So, let's start. Let's get into some good old Deck the Halls, Danny DeVito nonsense.
I cover, we don't know him any explanation, and then we gave him, 5.
Yeah, because we can't stop ourselves from talking forever.
Woo, let's start. I feel like there's going to be a lot of don't try this at home kids in this episode.
I honestly expect this to be a direct recreation of Deck the Halls with, I was going to say Patrick Stewart. Danny DeVito and was it Matthew Broderick?
Grandma's Christmas Vacation or whatever the heck it's called.
I like how I almost said Patrick Stewart because I thought Matthew Broderick, who was Inspector Gadget, and Inspector Gadget 2, who was French Stewart, and French Stewart has the same last name.
Well, Dylan talks, Devin. You'll sick Sherman on you.
But those were shopping minutes, Jess. They're like dog years. Every minute you spend shopping is like 7 minutes in real time.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
I mean,
that's the first.
What you're shopping for.
That's the first truth bomb they've dropped in this entire series.
It depends on what you're shopping for.
The real meaning of Christmas. Excuse me. I'm trying
to. Is it just me, or is the animation quality actually gone down since the last?
I feel like the frame rate has dropped.
I'm sorry. We're kind of in a hurry.
Oh.
See what I mean?
That kid is like an angel or something, right?
What if he's lying about camp and just?
I think he's just a kid.
Wow, Dylan.
I like how Dylan
I'm not gonna
has
give money to people that don't. That's a scam.
Huge eyebrows, and Jesse has line eyebrows. They are not related. One of them has been adopted.
We can't give money to the poor. This poor starving orphan kid could be lying. He's gonna go spend it on drugs. Now I'm gonna go buy this mountain bike for myself.
So he's gonna end up giving this bike to the other kid by the end, right?
Yeah. He's gonna feel the nudge. Whoa! His eyes are not pointed at the same thing.
Are they ever?
That was...
There's a Santa thing like right above the ramp. Everyone who tries to go up the ramp is gonna hit that and immediately crash
He's
and
like
like fall down.
He's a giant pinata.
This guy looks like Trump.
He does.
If I was Dylan, I
He's
wouldn't
Speed
want to
Racer.
do like any car things ever again.
Yeah, there's no traumatic experiences here.
We should probably turn it down a bit more.
But we can't hear it over something. Okay, yeah, we get it. You know all the reindeer.
You missed
Congratulations.
Rudolph, you jerk.
It's the most important of all.
He also never said Santa.
No, Santa's not in there, Victoria. The sleigh's empty.
Are you supposed to land in the sleigh?
I was gonna say you land in the sleigh, and the sleigh takes off, and that's how you become Santa Claus. It's
I
it's
want
the more.
the Tim Allen
I was gonna say it's
reboot.
the less violent alternative to pushing Santa off the roof.
I love the Santa Claus series because in the first one they murder Santa. In the second one he does like shotgun wedding to his wife.
Yeah.
And in the third one Jack Frost tries to murder him and usurp his entire life. It's an incredible movie series.
I have to admire how well he got onto the ramp there, given that the beginning of the ramp looked like it was like 3 feet off the ground, and he just rode like smoothly onto it without jumping.
This child.
It's
You know-
tiny young Rodney.
You know, it's the best scene in the entire Santa Claus 3. Next
Hey,
to
look,
the
it's
New
Whit,
York,
Victoria.
New York
This is
song.
the new Outpost album 51 Whit. So you know the kid is
Why
the
is
tough
Dylan
redneck bully because he has
smiling
straw
like
in his mouth.
that?
Or toothpick, I don't
This
know.
is
It's
Buck!
Buck!
It's Buck!
My boy!
Devin! Like, our theories have disproved true. This is where he was the whole time.
Don't even think about it, Taylor.
Did you know that...
That's Mr. Skint running the shop,
I-
Victoria.
Did you know that I first heard the song New York, New York when Jack Frost sang it in Santa Claus 3?
No, you didn't. You first heard in Madagascar.
Did I sing it?
Yeah. That's how Marty pulls Alex back
Oh.
from madness. From jungle madness.
How do you remember that? I haven't seen that movie in like over a decade.
Because
You
that's
know
where I
it-
learned the song. That's why.
That's fair. You know, it's like a really great scene in Santa Claus 3
What?
when they compete over murdering Santa and the two of them wrestle over like the honor of killing this poor oblivious man. It's just kind of like peak dark comedy. The Santa Claus trilogy is so messed up when you think about it. Even when you're not thinking
Yeah, I
about
was gonna
it.
say,
It's
it
just
doesn't,
really...
it doesn't take
really
that much
twisted.
thought to get, like, weird.
Whose idea was that? It's like Tim Allen could become Santa after he murders Santa.
Disney.
You're like, oh man, that sounds really charming and in the Christmas spirit. Let's go unleash Tim Allen killing Santa onto the world. How light is Sherman? How strong is Dylan?
That's
Oh,
a
he
little
still
scary.
has fangs.
So, how many power tools can we give his sister before we get to check off the, like, don't try this at home kids?
I mean, she's up there all by herself. It looks like she could fall off. Actually, she's not that high up, I guess.
She's not, and she's only using a hammer and nail. Once Eugene comes and gives her a chainsaw, then we can start getting worried.
She's probably put like 2 nails in that entire thing. It's gonna come down any second.
That is
Oh,
Eugene.
did you see that lady?
No.
Oh, she was scary. Go back.
Oh.
Go back. Her.
I'm more concerned about why Eugene is carrying the tray like backhanded behind his head instead of like in front of him.
So if he spills, it's more of his fault? I don't know.
My pleasure. It's for a great cause.
Oh yeah,
Has
I
the
think
mom always looked like that? I feel like she looks different in every single
probably.
episode.
I imagine. Ooh, Angel. Okay, this is.
We'll be delivering
Is
Wow.
that like a real group?
We themed this really well, Victoria,
What happened?
because Angel Tree is the charity for the OAC episode of October.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh.
It's also the charity from the first episode, or from Where's Your Daddy, the first episode with the Myers family.
Dude.
On our own, I don't think your mother.
I
That's
think his nose got
crazy.
bigger, Victoria. I know
I think
you're.
it gets bigger every time it cuts away from him.
It's like that scene in was it Scary Movie with the cop with the lady with the cowboy hat.
I've never seen that movie.
No, but I saw that clip a couple weeks ago. She's like a ranger, and every time the camera cuts back and forth, her hat gets bigger and bigger.
That's kind of funny.
What's this stage? They're not in the little theater.
I don't know, they probably play that.
Oh yeah, I forgot Eugene sings in this. What's Charlie Browning it over here?
He's making sure Eugene keeps on beat, otherwise he'll fire him.
What if I paid for part of it with my own money?
Well,
Did he always have buck teeth like
your mom
that?
and I will talk about
I think so.
I feel like his design just looks
It looks like they're drinking Yankee candles.
Well,
Dylan, every single time someone's not talking to Dylan, he like looks up really wistfully.
This
like he's having a
this musical
flashback.
number is genuinely like the nicest little moment in this entire series so far.
It is.
It is impressive how Eugene has managed to play so many different chords without moving his fingers over the frets
I
whatsoever.
wish I was that good. That's just the power of Will Ryan right there. Oh, the little Woothia, that's so cute. Oh
Look
my,
at him.
No, that was scary. He's just
He's just so happy basking in the limelight.
You know, it's the nicest moment in this entire series. He deserves that applause.
Yeah. After everything that he has been put through. Everything through which he has been put. Sorry, I shouldn't end a sentence with a preposition when complimenting Eugene.
No, you shouldn't. You'll be arrested. You'll be sent to Odyssey prison, which is
Forgot to check the
Colorado Springs.
So this is basically like,
Hey, what's wrong about
well, it's not basically like what was the episode last season, which you can use the church money.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it called? I don't remember.
The one
It was the Maury episode.
with Maury.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But I agree.
Look at him.
It
Look
was
at him
rolling
making it
in
rain.
money.
Scrooge McDucking it up over here.
One cordless shaver. It's all yours.
Thanks.
It's gonna be like Gift of the Magi.
Hey, I'm all out.
She like gives the shaver to her dad, and he's like, "I've literally never had a beard."
And she's like, it's for your nose. It's to take some of the extra distance
Oh.
off.
Oh no!
It turns out his nose isn't real, it's just plastic. Do you think he's a compulsive liar and that's why his nose is so long?
Fine, Taylor.
Pinocchio became a real boy, but the nose thing
That's
didn't go
gonna be
away.
the long game playoff object lesson of the whole series.
Oh my gosh, Devin, you know how everyone's Jay?
Yeah.
The dad's also Jay,
'Cause
and
it's
Jay
Pinocchio,
was
yeah.
Pinocchio.
Well, then, who? Good day, Mr. Peterson.
That's Lady Tremaine from Cinderella.
No, it's the lady from Fine Feather Frenzy.
Oh,
No one ever does.
why not both?
Sorry.
I mean, I'm sure we said that during that review.
Yes, I've been.
Do you have a watch?
See to it that
Mine's broken.
She's like, I wanted a fancy place for my bird to perch while it relieves itself.
Goodbye, Mrs. Harcourt. Don't forget to wear a helmet. What's she gonna? Why'd she?
Where is she gonna find a
I'm
helmet
going
big
to
enough
run
to
this
fit?
over with my weird lawnmower. Goodbye,
First
children.
receive. It's the contest, and the winner gets the bike.
Oh, so now it's like a popsicle kid.
True spirit of Christmas.
Yeah, and you know the Popsicle Kid was like that one race episode from like 3 episodes ago. This is... Now he's gonna like blow torch.
I mean, earlier I
Speed
thought,
juice
I
or
thought
whatever
about-
he did in the
I-
other one.
yeah, I already thought about the popsicle kid before when they were building the manger. Thinking about like roasting pans and stuff.
What do you think, Sherman?
I mean, it was clearly like the Popsicle Kid with the other episode.
That's
Okay,
Pretty
that's some
cool.
Calvin and Hobbes stuff right there. I
Yeah.
like that. Man, can the other kid be the protagonist instead of Dylan?
Gets that name and address, Mrs.
here is what you do, Victoria. You build the stable,
Mhm.
and then you just pack snow like an inch thick all over it, and it looks like you built a stable out of snow.
Here to drop off your gift?
Actually, I've been too busy to buy it yet.
Oh.
I bought this electric
Well,
shaver
Christmas can
for some
get pretty hectic.
poor parentless child.
So what can I do for you, son?
That is wild that this is about like Angel Tree though.
I guess.
Can I take the whole box?
Well, I suppose so.
I'm taking the whole box whether you let me or not.
It's a lot less creative though than
You still
Creating
owe
a-
me for that whole
creating
diamond
an-
heist thing.
an advertising partnership deal with a popsicle stick company.
You know what this is with like the extra lights and everything?
Last episode of Bob's Burgers.
I don't watch Bob's Burgers. I was gonna say like the entire plot with the mom and the girlfriend in the Grinch, like the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah, but like also the plot of the Popsicle Kid.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
I thought you were saying that with the race thing.
No, because they're having a yard decorating
Okay,
contest for
yeah.
Christmas.
Got this great loser, pal. The grand prize is mine.
What is it? I don't know. I just ripped the poster in half.
Little did he know, the only way to get into the race was to bring a complete copy of the poster.
Exactly.
With them.
For no, not for $3 more. For the penny.
Why does
What
he
was
have
it called?
like a Jack in the Box clown on his dresser?
The Amazing Loser. That's what it was called. We're sucking pretty hard on this.
Wait, someone might get tied up with the Christmas lights. That was not red a second
That
ago.
is the worst looking paintbrush I've ever seen before.
Throw that thing away. Oh, he's really bad at this.
I like how he's just stringing it.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna break through the roof.
Don't try this at home, kids. He's gonna fall off the roof.
Something's gonna explode. Yep, that counts as exploding. Oh, for no reason though. There is a reason.
Okay, but the outlet also blew up in his face.
I guess it's
Okay.
my turn.
What? Even as a spinny thing.
He's shooting fireworks and sparkles. That's incredible.
Please, Taylor. I think this. Wait till I learn
That's
this.
not how science works. Are we gonna use that one?
Alright, kid. He reminds me of Sid.
Flip flops don't match voices. Probably has happened.
We didn't pay attention to the, They're painting their own candy canes?
Yeah, and it's dripping. It looks really bad. There haven't been any birds, and that lady
Does
even
that snap,
showed up.
crackle, and pop?
Ah!
Alright.
Wait, dinosaurs have feathers. Can they count as birds?
He looks real bad. Keep talking, Pinhead, and you'll be looking real bad.
Yeah, phylogenetically speaking, I'll give you that one.
Yeah!
Did Dylan make the weather warm somehow, or is it just for happenstance?
We have
Also,
to
this
check
is
who wrote
this is Jay.
episode.
Look, he's doing Elvis skiing.
This might be Jay's dad. Before he became an astronaut or whatever. That kid is secretly a genius. Oh, and he is.
I mean, what do you mean secretly? Did you see the engineering it took to make his
That's
rotating,
true.
glittering fireworks snowman on the roof?
That's true.
Hi, Dylan.
That's how I talk on the phone.
You know, we still don't have your angel tree present, and we're delivering tonight.
Do you think the episode for October for this month is just an audio version of this episode?
I've already listened to it.
Oh, okay. I was like really scared there for
Well,
a
I think
minute.
we'd better just
On the bright side, we've
relax
gotten
tonight.
seasonal
Really
felicitations.
disappointed, Dylan.
Is that really a bright side of all of the rest of that?
I mean, it's the one light in the darkness. I will take it. Where did he get those palm trees?
I guess he's playing up the warmer weather angle.
He's
he's
going
gonna
to
kill him.
actually murder
This is
Dylan.
literally a scene in Deck the Halls, though, with the giant fireworks set off at the other house.
Entitled A Recycling Christmas, reminding us all to have an
Oh, she's inspired by Magic School Bus.
pollution-free holiday.
Oh, I love that episode.
Yeah.
Does that one have like Reba or something like that
Yes.
in it? Yeah, she plays like Miss Frizzle's.
Recycling friend. Recycling
No,
musician
wasn't
friend.
she like her sister or
Wait till I
cousin?
get a load of our
That wasn't in this episode that her sister showed up.
You sure? I always really liked the songs in that episode. I rewatched it a couple years ago. It wasn't as good as I remember. I was a little sad. I was like, man, I remember this being the best song ever when I was.
Man, Mrs. Harcourt is like a living embodiment of like galaxy brain.
I don't
She-
know what that means.
No, like the meme, but like her brain is literally
Oh.
just that big.
Yeah. Does Dylan own things no child would own?
Her skull is shaped like a T. She's like the aliens from Indiana Jones 4.
They have really bad CGI in that movie. I haven't even seen that movie, but I've seen what the aliens look like, and they look bad.
It was not an excellent film.
I remember you saw that one in theaters. It was the only Indiana Jones you saw in theaters. You were like,
Well,
really
yeah,
excited.
obviously. I wasn't born when the other ones came out.
Yeah, you were like excited to see it. And
I
then
like
you came
this
home, like,
sleazy,
sad.
sleazy off-key Christmas music.
Oh, it's gonna come and be like, oh, so commercialized.
He's building his own Strataflyer, though, with the sleigh.
Oh, can this count as a Strataflyer?
Well, we'll see what happens when it takes off.
Animal
there's that
antics.
cat. Yeah, we got that one.
Does that mean it's girls? No, that's a different cat.
Sherman's surprisingly strong given how little mass he evidently has.
We've already gone over this. Sherman is an unstoppable force. And unfortunately, this show is an immovable object.
I'm impressed they could get the licensing rights for cereal mascots to put in. Maypole decision was a bit weird. Not very seasonal.
Are you okay, son?
Wow, that is a long fuse.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
actually
okay.
been growing.
And he explodes. Oh, there he goes.
So is Sherman just gonna hang?
Oh, I thought he would go a lot farther than that. Oh, he's unharmed. He's been eaten by the bird.
The structural integrity of that dinosaur to not give away is
He
incredible.
had to keep on fixing it because it was melting before.
He actually filled it with rocks.
And
so-
look, they even have tiny legs. Oh, what were you saying?
Well, still, the back of the head didn't come off.
True. Oh, they completely destroyed. Oh, it exploded.
There's a lot of combustible materials
Shouldn't it
in
have
these
exploded
decorations.
before? Like when the thing actually went off instead of after? Oh!
No, because the firework blasts off and then explodes at the end, Victoria.
Shouldn't there be a fire? From like the, like
The palm trees.
probably plastic and paper. Kidding. Jesse's an angel.
How convenient that we can all
I
convene
like
here
how
at the manger.
the judges.
Everyone is very calm
like,
and unharmed right now.
just stop. Like they're probably, you can say they're going over to make sure everyone's okay,
Mhm.
but like they're kind of just probably not going to go to any other house after this. And oh my gosh, the judges walk away. They're like, okay, you guys seem fine. We have other houses we have to see.
Mrs. Harcourt has a serious underbite.
That one lady looks like a Simpsons character. The kid's puffing out his chest like he's gonna fight Jessie because she's singing. Wait, I'm having a revelation.
Yep.
Revelation.
Uh-huh.
I'm having a
Yeah. Okay. We'll let
The
this moment.
judges have other houses to see.
We'll let this
no one else
moment
is
pass,
gonna
but
win.
definitely after this episode is over,
They have,
we
like,
need to
a lot of property.
examine in detail how
No, I'm not letting this
how
moment sit. You can do that
ridiculous
if
the
you want
series
to.
of events is that just happened.
Wait.
There is no display that more perfectly captures
You've gone to like 2. You've
No,
gone
only
to,
went to
They've gone to
3.
3. There's still like all the other streets in
I don't know.
Odyssey.
I think that the recycling Christmas is pretty good.
we have cookies.
I think that these are really gaudy and they should have given
Well,
it
they
to
already
a
set up
different
a
house.
table with refreshments.
Did they just do... Was that already there? Dylan's like, for when I win?
Exactly. Yeah. No, they set that up in advance because they already knew who was going to win. Dylan paid him off beforehand so he could get the bike.
Oh, and that's why they didn't go to any other house.
Exactly, Victoria. Come on.
That's where all the money went.
He knew that he couldn't beat the T-Rexes, and so the only way to get the bike was to grease some palms with the judges.
In a way.
Oh, she bought that as the prize for
I
the
just realized that
contest.
3 seconds ago, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that what Christmas is all about?
There's only one of these bikes in all of Odyssey.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, he just said
That's
it's-
what Christmas is about. Your bad Christmas display and my great singing.
You don't want this bike. I'd be glad
Don't
to
forget
use
it.
I could even use that shiny new helmet. Jesse, what time is it?
That's not a great helmet. It doesn't look like it would fit real good
I'm
on a
gonna
kid's
give
head.
the kid my helmet because it doesn't fit me.
I-
And I'm gonna keep the bike and get a better helmet.
No, you could do the old Marvin.
Whoa, did you see that?
Mhm.
That's not how science works.
Do the old Morbin and be like, yay, now I can go to Angel Tree and drop off my old broken crappy bike and give it to some poor orphan kid.
Sherman's out for blood. He did Bear's fangs at one point at the beginning.
I guess if they're an orphan, they probably wouldn't be in the Angel Tree project. Unless they do more than prison stuff, I don't know.
I would say Witch showed his mob boss in this.
How?
He,
By organizing charity events?
He was like gonna shake Dylan down if he didn't. He made this fun.
Second house on the left.
Do you think he'll mind if it's not wrapped?
No, I don't think he'll mind at all.
He sees it and he's like, take this away, it's not wrapped.
No, he sees it and then Dylan
It's gonna
sees
be
who
that
it
one
is, and he was
kid.
like, oh, you're that lying.
Oh, you're that charity kid, and he bikes away really fast.
Hi. Are you Matt Williamson?
And then he slams the door in his face.
I just wanted to show you my cool bike. Okay, bye.
It's okay. You didn't know me.
This guy looks like Carlos.
It's not okay, really.
Doesn't he look like Carlos?
For Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
Angel Tree.
He's like the same hairdo.
Well, we didn't have time.
Yeah, his very specific and not at all generic hairdo that Carlos has, which is also not the same as what this
Connie
kid has.
doesn't appear.
Yeah, obviously. I knew that was gonna happen.
This too. Oh man, I can't believe it.
Did you say nothing happened that was
Honestly,
relevant
characters
for 5 minutes during like...
Get tied up, trapped. I considered during the musical number.
There's like 2 musical numbers in this. And like a whole bunch of Christmas decorating that happens and then unhappens. And I'm gonna say...
No.
In total.
No, it has to be for 5 consecutive minutes.
No one got trapped.
He got like...
I feel like some of this stuff would happen on AIOO because there are some things in this episode that like have that. Okay, who wrote it? Who wrote it?
Yeah, that's what I'm watching for. He got swept up and trapped in the thing when it was exploding and he was flying
Are we
around.
gonna count that?
Yeah, I counted it.
Alright.
He wasn't trapped, like, physically, but he was still, like...
Emotionally
No,
trapped.
I mean, you know what I mean. There's no physical
think we
barriers, but
missed
he
who
was not
wrote it.
able to get off of the sleigh. They didn't show it.
I think
It's just
there
like
are
last
some
time.
first thing.
They didn't, yeah, they only showed in the opening credits for some reason.
They look like cardboard cutouts right there.
Why, the candy canes?
No, the people.
Ah.
It's like mixing audio or whatever was done great, and I thought it said Dorian Gray for a second. I had like a bolt of anger shoot through me.
I'll
I
give
was like,
it-
what's he doing here?
I'll give a science strike for the way that the firework on the bottom of the sleigh was able to propel it in the air the way that it was.
Said in memory of Hal Smith. Yeah, it was the first thing in the credits. We missed it. Quickly check who the writer was. Who was the writer?
Going back. Steven Stiles.
I don't know who that is.
Nope.
Okay. Goodbye, Steven Stiles. I got a bingo! Woohoo! Wait, did Dylan own things no child would own? He had like his own personal nativity or like sleigh.
It wasn't his.
Or like the Santa sleigh set.
His family.
New characters they
built
want
it.
us to think aren't new.
No, I was like, no, I think we've wrung all the blood from this stone.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure Dylan acted like he already knew that guy.
Yeah, but it wasn't. He acted like he knew him, but they didn't act in a way like, oh yeah, you know who this is, Dylan, but not us as the audience. Not as much as previous.
Fine.
I mean, you're
I
not
still
gonna.
got a bingo.
Yeah. Oh, and unfortunately, our villain in this one was decidedly not British.
Have you noticed that I've gotten a bingo every single game we've played, I'm pretty sure?
Well, we both have, I believe, every game we've played.
Not everyone for you.
Well, not this one.
Which means I'm winning.
Yes.
I was gonna say it's
Who's
because I made the
keeping-
bingo sheets, but you're the one who, like, organized the order of the 2 different sheets.
Yes. Well, a random number generator did.
Yeah.
So, let's come back now.
Yeah.
To let's just in our brain spaces, let's enter this scenario where we have Dylan's family who are trying to have their peaceful nativity, right? And we have
Yeah.
the judges who are on looking from the back of a pickup truck or wherever they were.
I just remembered that there's a Taz episode where they kill Santa and one of them has to be Santa and it's a Santa Claus parody
Uh-huh.
and I got really happy.
And then they pull Angus out of the bag.
and then they
he's
pull
like,
Angus out of the bag and he does like the math
yes.
equation meme.
Yes. Oh, it's good. Okay. So picture this scenario, this is what's happening. Dylan suddenly starts exploding and flying all over the place. One kid gets flung 15 feet into the air, lands inside a T-Rex's mouth. Dylan keeps on going. Things like fixtures that are like 25 feet tall are coming, crashing down. It's very violent, very dangerous. There's a lot of fire shooting everywhere.
At the ending, I don't think you actually saw when Dylan got on the bike, but he like Speedy Gonzalez himself on the bike, but on the snow, and like not only like zoom forward, did that little thing where you lurch back and you zoom forward.
I saw Victoria.
And I feel like his legs would break if you tried to do that. They would just snap off. It'd be like Deadpool once he breaks.
So in this situation, now we have two children who, by all accounts, should be fairly injured in a very precarious environment with things that were just on fire and exploding and falling down and crashing. They get up, they stand up from this, and they calmly and quietly meander, they andante their way back over to the manger, and the judges also andante their way over to the manger.
The parents don't ask if the children are all right.
No one calls an ambulance. No one expresses any concern or any emotion over the life-threatening events that have just transpired. Everyone seems very serene, brains full of GABA, and they just kind of stand there and serenely stare at each other. And then someone starts singing Christmas carols, and they all admire it. Like, these kids didn't almost just die. Like, even as they were walking back after everything subsided, they weren't still in danger of something falling over and crushing one of them to death. Like, there might not still be secondary explosions going to happen from that firework. But let's just stand
firework,
here.
like, it actually fully exploded, like, a full minute after it started going off.
But by all means, let's not even ask if everyone is okay and uninjured. Let's not have the judges make any comment. Even Mrs. Harcourt, the queen of judgmentalism, not even make a comment.
That's why she's a judge. It's because she's judgy.
Towards anything that has happened here.
I'm upset we didn't get to see Napoleon and whatever the other one's name was.
Josephine.
Josephine. I was going to say Georgina. I was
We're
pretty
just
close, actually.
gonna stand there and we're
His
gonna...
adulterous parrot wife.
Yes. We are gonna listen to Jesse sing and then get refreshments at the table, which they just AIOO'd in the yard.
They like saw two houses. They saw one house. And they saw the other two houses, and then they just stopped. There were probably... Do you stop to think...
I'm sure Wooten felt very cheated.
Probably did. He probably would have given it to that kid anyway. Probably didn't think Dylan would, so he tried to make a better display. Do you think that kid, like, had a display too?
He was trying to win the bike.
He was trying to win the bike for himself, and then
he worked so hard. And it's so amazing.
And we didn't see it at the end because he turned the lights off.
He'd already dismantled everything.
He was so heartbroken.
In
he
pain
dismantled it.
And sad emotions.
And then Dylan comes up. He's like, "Hey, I won this cool bike." And he's like, "This kid who was so mean to me won this bike. He did get injured, so I feel bad about that. But apparently no one else felt bad, which kind of sucks. Apparently his sister's a really great singer, though. I did hear that.
Not as good as Eugene.
No.
That was really nice.
Jessie, actually, her voice actress did a good job with this
Yes,
song.
she did. I'd completely forgotten that this was the episode where Seasonal Felicitations is sung.
That was a pleasant surprise. I will say that.
I'm still curious about what this, like, candlelit dinner theater thing was. At Woods
they
End.
probably just, like...
A fundraiser for Angel Tree.
They probably just have, like, a room where they can just like.
The foyer, you mean?
Well,
That's
not
where
like
they
the
were.
foyer.
The counter was right there.
Oh, okay.
It was in that room. That was like the main.
I mean, they
eating-
probably just pulled a table out, like a big.
It was
like
a stage. There was red
stage.
curtain. There's red velvet
They
curtains.
can bring things in and make one.
Uh-huh.
They can cut curtain-sized curtains out of the curtains at the little theater, like Giselle does with her dress pieces.
I was
in
hoping that's the
Enchanted.
specific reference you were going for, because that's what I was thinking of.
It's like, Eugene, we need curtains. He's like, got it.
Wait walks into the little theater, and there's just big rectangles cut.
And then you're just like, who did this? And Eugene comes up behind him. He's like, that's how you know. And it's like, you're fired. Good movie.
No. Yeah, it is a lovely song, and
That's how you know.
yes, and also seasonal felicitations, and I'm still impressed by Eugene's ability to play so many different chords without moving his left hand at all over the neck.
It's a magic ukulele.
Yes.
It's a magic Christmas ukulele. Man, this episode would have been so much better if it was about Eugene and his magic ukulele than Dylan. It was just very Grinchy to me. I know it's like it happens in the Popsicle Kid, but whenever I see like two houses like trying to best each other in decorations, I either think of Deck the Halls or I think of The Grinch.
I can't believe you think of The Grinch. This is such a weird place to go with it. I don't know.
I've seen that movie a lot of times.
I guess I haven't seen it as many times. I'd completely forgotten about that
I
aspect
watched
of the movie.
it 2 years ago with Jenny one night. I let her choose the movie and she chose The Grinch.
I saw a trailer the other night when I was at dinner for work for the new Grinch. I
Oh,
didn't
did
hear
you-
it. I
did
didn't
you
hear
have,
it,
like,
but I
war
saw it.
flashbacks to that time I gave you like a 40-minute
No, I forgot about that.
description
I'm sitting
of
right
what
there on the counter
happens.
just trying to enjoy my hot chocolate.
in the trailer. Do you remember that?
I do, because I just described it to you.
Yeah, I forgot you had hot chocolate. Yeah.
Just trying to live my life.
Yep. And then I came along.
I was just trying to live my life, and then at the age of 1 year and 9 months, you were born.
You're welcome. You were like 2.5, weren't you?
Oh, sorry, yeah, 2 years and 9 months.
You don't even know.
2 years
your
and 9 months. I'm
ages.
sorry. It was a long time ago, Victoria.
For shame.
It was a couple years ago that you were born.
I'm like 3 days old.
So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Deck the Halls. Definitely felt the similarities, especially when he was like, I'm going to sabotage the other display by lighting off this giant firework to try and kill my opponent. Which also helped enforce the
See, when you said
Toy
Deck the
Story
Halls,
ideas in my mind as well.
For some reason, I thought, isn't there like an Odyssey episode called Deck the Halls?
There's on Deck the Halls.
See, I was thinking of like, basically every single Odyssey Christmas episode, but
Mhm.
just like swapping each one out. I was thinking, which one's Deck the Halls?
Even though I explicitly talked
And
about
then-
Danny DeVito multiple
No,
times.
it was like the second time you mentioned Deck the
Okay.
Halls, you mentioned Danny DeVito, and I was like, oh right, I forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, no, I
you
don't.
You know who that movie has? Has Kristen Chenoweth in it.
It does. She sings "Oh Holy
It
Night"
has-
in
it
this.
sounds beautiful.
in this moment-
Sometimes
this
I honestly
moment-
just like go listen to that version
In the
on YouTube.
silence and darkness after the yard displays are destroyed, she comes out and she sings a Christmas carol about nighttime, just like this episode.
Devin, don't you dare even
compare Jessie to Kristen
compare
Chenoweth.
Jessie to Kristen Chenoweth. She is a queen. I will not have it.
I know she is. Did you see the way she fought that bear in the last episode?
If you were gonna make that joke, I was gonna make
I know,
that
that's
joke.
on me at first.
Kristen Chenoweth is one of the most amazing singers in existence ever. I love her. Also, it has Matthew Broderick, Matty Brod.
Yeah, I know. I had a whole sidebar about Matthew Broderick being in it because I accidentally thought of Patrick Stewart
it
when I tried
has
to say his name
that one
because of Inspector
scene
Gadget.
from Mean Girls in it.
Yes, it does.
which I was watching the Mean Girls
And then
musical.
you were like, oh, that's
and then
where
like
that
they
comes
started doing the dance and stuff, and I was like, wait, I'm confused. And I was like, isn't this a scene from Deck of the Halls? And then I had to Google if there was a scene where they danced in Christmas, or like in Santa outfits in Mean Girls, and I was like, okay, yeah, there is. I guess I just forgot about this. I've only seen Mean Girls the one time still, when you made me watch it against my will.
Yeah.
And I was like horrified by the ending. I think I like yelled when she got hit by a bus, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's dead.
Yeah.
I freaked out. My favorite character was Tina Fey, because I felt really bad for her.
I swear these episodes are getting shorter each time.
I think we're becoming more apathetic each time.
Apathetic or empathetic? Because I know which one I
think I'm apathetic. I think I've become more apathetic every day, which makes me a little sad.
I think that is
That
kind of
might
how
be
life works.
counterintuitive.
Because all of your pathos becomes spread thinner over the course of your life each day as you n+1 the time that you've lived.
You're gonna make me cry. I don't like this conversation. Let's talk about something else.
It's weird that there's only one bike in the whole town. Like they make it seem like if you
I already
buy the
said
bike,
that.
I won't be able to get the bike.
I already
It's
said
like
that.
this is
It was
before
the first
Amazon
time-
existed, I
This
guess.
is the first time they've ever seen a bike.
Yeah.
Ever.
Like, did you see that newfangled invention they got down at the corner store there, yeah?
I think it's called a BK. Let's go see it.
Basically.
Excuse
They got
me,
one of the
do
big
you have
penny
that?
wheels on the front. Gonna come down?
Basically.
Yes. A bicycle.
I have an invention for your bicycle. It's called a stop-a-thing, where you stop it and it doesn't fall over.
Now, that sounds like witchcraft here now, yeah?
Maybe.
Got a little too Ryan Haywood with it.
You can't prove anything.
We have to burn you at the stake here now.
I got better.
Um,
I've been watching so many things about like classics and different like mythology myths and stuff like that today, and it's just
you're watching
giving
Monty
me...
Python because
No,
you're learning
like,
about Arthurian legend?
no, but I have seen like the Quest for the Holy Grail, and I just have like Monty Python on the brain because I was listening to stuff about Arthur and all the knights. Also, I listened to a summary of, I don't know how much of the beginning section and middle of like Journey to the West or whatever it's called.
Journey to the East?
Yeah, Journey to the East.
Like the Sun Wukong one?
Yeah. He's like really cool. I can understand why people like him so much.
Yeah, he's the Monkey King.
Yeah, and he's also a Goku is based off of.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like really cool.
That's why they got tails.
Yeah, and like he can actually make replicas of himself, like Sun can.
It's like they based their semblances on
I know,
the
it's
source.
crazy. Anyway, now that we've talked about
Like how
literally
Red Riding
everything
Hood
but
can
the
fly
episode,
and zip. And pull Weiss into it now, apparently. So.
that was cool. I was like, oh man, the shippers are gonna
I
feel
know,
the
me
day with
too.
this. Also with the last shot of the opening
Yeah.
being Weiss helping her out.
Uh-huh.
That was the most anime opening they've had so far.
It was very.
It's actually my favorite so far.
Now
that we talked about literally everything.
literally everything else, but what else?
Literally everything.
That Victoria, do you know how long it's been since we recorded? We just gotta like get it all out of our system.
Dude, I have things to do tonight. We need to wrap this up.
What are your final thoughts on this episode, Victoria?
I feel like it wasn't as painful as it could have been, probably.
No, this one was a solid mediocre.
Yeah, I think I'd probably give it like 2 out of 5.
I'll give it a solid 2.5. It was like the lesson and the plot twist was very predictable. Like
plot twist?
the kid that he's giving the bite to is the kid from the beginning that he turned down. I assume that was in someone's mind, in Steven Stiles or whatever his name was supposed to be a surprise.
I don't think
to
that's
some
what his
people.
name was.
Or something like that.
Or something like that, but I don't know if that's what his name was.
I mean, yeah, I give Jethro points to creativity on his Christmas designs. They were very impressive, and he absolutely should have won the competition.
I'm really
It's not
tired.
It's not even like Bart, where it's like, oh, I can win the competition because I own an electric store and I have all these decorations I can use for myself, which is like not super fair. This kid, it wasn't like, I mean, obviously some of it he needed parts for, like the rotating turntable, sparkly fireworks, snowman display on the roof. But those
That kid is a
T-Rexes,
magician.
those T-Rexes that he made,
Like, I was gonna
he didn't buy those. He built those, and it was
guess that,
extremely
like,
impressive.
he would have had, like, something, like, planks of wood or something like that.
You need some
keeping it
sort
in
of
place.
foundation, I'm sure.
But, like, they just, like, completely, like, smush at the end.
Mhm.
So, like, he has ice powers. He is an
I was gonna
X-Men.
say, yeah,
They're gonna send the Sentinels
he
after him.
build a framework
He
out of
is-
ice. He's
in
Elsa.
trouble. He's Iceman. Who's Iceman played by again?
He's the guy from the time stopping thing that everyone always says. Who's
Time
that guy?
Stoppers?
No, like the video game the Funhouse has played a couple times. It was like the game where it's like stop time, and everyone's always like, he's Iceman from X-Men.
I don't
So-
know. No, I know him from other things. That's gonna bother me. I'm looking at- I know him from other things.
Yeah, no, I know. He's in things.
He's in like a lot of
or he
things.
was at least. I don't know.
He's so.
It
His face, I can almost picture it.
was
Yeah,
cool.
I think
Mrs. Harcourt
Juice,
came
yeah.
back. It's like, hey, look at this, a reoccurring character. Just look up X-Men 2.
Vanilla Ice.
Um,
Is he an X-Men too?
that's his whole movie, isn't it?
I mean, he's in multiple ones.
Well, I know, but isn't that the one that's all about him? The one where he's like a mean thing.
I thought that was a third one.
No. That one's 2 about everyone dying. Yeah, I think that's all I got to say about it, Victoria.
I always forget that Kurt is played by
Yeah,
Alan Cumming.
I don't. Victoria,
All the time.
is that all you have to say?
Wait.
Victoria?
Sean Ashmore. I recognize this guy. I think he's in Signs or something. His name's Bobby Drake.
All right, I'm going to end this review here. I guess Victoria doesn't have anything else to
He's
add.
in the other X-Men movies. That's what I know him from.
So next time we are still talking about the Angel. Oh yeah, the fact that they tied an actual charity into this one, and a pretty cool charity, is pretty cool. So I appreciate that. That's the first of these films.
They made
which
a
has done that.
live-action Earthsea movie. I didn't know that. He
Alright.
played Ged in it. He's in Cadet Kelly. Oh, he's the love interest in Cadet Kelly. That's how I know him.
Everyone's favorite and most memorable
how I-
decom.
No, but like that's one of the best old Disney movies.
It was good.
I've seen this movie like 30 times.
They did have very cool sequences with like the rifle twirling.
They like
stuff, whatever it's
replayed
called.
this movie every single week on Disney Channel. Pretty much is why I've seen it so many
Well,
times.
Family Channel.
Yeah.
We've never seen
Family-
Disney Channel because we
Family
live in
Channel.
Canada.
No, we've seen it.
Well,
We went to Disneyland.
yes, we have seen it
Yeah.
on a few discrete instances in our lives.
Yes, in California. They have like ad breaks every 2 minutes. I hated it.
Very
I was like, I want to
different.
go back to Canada.
Yeah, very different from Family Channel.
Phenomena.
Next time we are talking about the October episode. Still talking about Angel Tree, a little more in detail, because we are talking about Beyond Repair, and then we'll be doing part 2 of our review with Gabriella for 3 Funerals and a Wedding.
I'm gonna tell her you called her that.
Just tell her to watch the episode herself. Give us another review.
Because she has so much time to do that.
Yeah, if there's one thing I know about engineering students, got all that time on their hands.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're doing next time.
Seriously,
3
though,
Funerals, a Wedding, Part 2, Beyond Repair.
Watch the 3 Funerals and a Wedding Part 1 and Part 2, because those are probably my favorite reviews we've ever done. They were just a lot of fun.
They're pretty good. So tune in for that next time. Thank you for sticking around. We're finally back. I don't know when we'll be able to record Beyond Repair.
I have no idea. Can you say your name?
No, we're keeping it a secret.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us on our side of the YouTube.
I needed
Until
you to
next
say
time.
something, so I was gonna say something.
Well, you can say something. What should I say? I'm Victoria.
And I can't believe that's the boyfriend from Cadet Kelly. I'm really happy about this.
You've been watching The Adventures in Odyssey Oddcast, episode 157. Thank you, and say goodnight. What's her name? The old line. It's not Sharon. What is it? Like the old thing from like the.
Let's IMDb
the
it.
six-